All right, I'm gonna attempt to install a scope mount and a tactical scope on my Russian-made SKS rifle because we gotta do some hog hunting. All right, so this little lever here, you pull it up and then you work it out, and your receiver cover will just slide right off. And you can pull your spring out, remember which way it goes in, and then we'll try to install the new one. All right, so got on Amazon and I looked at reviews and I bought this receiver cover scope mount, which some people say they're not that good because, you know, it'll move around, but my receiver cover, the original one, is very tight. And I also bought this 40 by 10 tactical scope. It's illuminated with green and red crosshairs, and it has a laser. So it's a cheap one, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I believe they make these to where they don't fit right off the bat so that you can, you know, make them fit tight. See, because it will not go in there because these little front prongs right here are too long. So I'm going to file on these until they are quite a bit further back. If it proves too difficult with the file, I'm going to go crank up my air compressor and get my air grinder and grind them off. But you gotta do little by little, because if you go too much, then it will be loose. I've been whittling on it a little bit, but as you can see, this is the original one. This metal here is kind of, the angle starts right even with this, and over here the same. So they put a lot of extra meat. See all this extra meat right here and right here. So, like they say on other videos, you have to just take a little bit at a time and be very patient. I'm using this nice little brand new triangle file. You can use a flat file or like a little air grinder Dremel tool. But the one I got from Amazon is very soft aluminum, so it, you know, the metal comes off pretty easily. I'm gonna do some more and come back. You can see right here, it still has a little gap right there. So I'm gonna have to file a little bit more off so this can move forward a little further. All right, so I've filed as much as I dare off of there. It doesn't go all the way up like the original one does. I put my spring in, set it in there, and it doesn't go all the way, but there, got it. And I want to get it on, put your barrel on the floor and kind of get it to where you have to push it in tight, put your pin in, push the pin back down, and it's up in there and it's tight, it's not moving. Then you make sure that your bolt will cycle, because, you know, if it's in a bind, that's not going to work. And that seems to work fine. It's not as good as the original, but it's tight, and we will mount that scope on there next and see how that turns out. So far, it seems that it's most comfortable with me looking through the scope with the scope mounted all the way back at the back of the rail with this exact scope. One thing I like about this scope mount is you can see underneath, and you can still use the open sights through that hole right there if you want. You see, it's illuminated either has a red crosshair, jiggling around, sorry, or green crosshair. Not focusing very well. Right, well, that wasn't too difficult. Got it all mounted on there. I don't love the way it fits. It doesn't fit exactly like the original, but of course this is a cheap mount. And the scope is fairly cheap too, but I'm gonna see how it works out. I'm gonna put links in the description where I got this mount and where I got this scope on Amazon. So if you want to go there and get one. Anyway, don't forget to click like if you thought this was helpful, and share it with people, and subscribe, and I'll cite it in another video.